Now that we've done a Acropolis overview, let's talk about Foundation. Foundation is actually in two distinct parts. We have the Foundation Java applet, which is actually based inside the CVM, and then we also have the Foundation standalone virtual machine, which is a separate virtual machine that you would download on your laptop and run it. Now when Acropolis 4.5 is pre-installed from the factory, we can go ahead and use the Foundation Java applet to run the Foundation. Foundation 3.0 standalone can also be run during that same process, but can also be run if the Nutanix operating system is below 4.5, or if we're doing a bare metal restore where the machine and controller virtual machines are inoperable. At that point we can actually go ahead and do a full Foundation with nothing running. Now again, new installations with 4.5 require a Java applet to be downloaded directly from the support portal. You can go over the support portal over downloads and Foundation. There's also an offline Java applet available. We can actually download the Java applet directly to your hard drive and run that there. Now installing additional nodes and the add node process, Foundation imaging is now included in that process. So the CVM itself will actually go ahead and Foundation the new nodes over to the correct operating system and a correct version of Nutanix operating system as well too. So there's no need to Foundation it before adding it to the cluster nowadays. Some requirements on the network. Multicast is now required. So we do use multicast as part of the discovery process. We do not need to actually have a valid IPv4 address to actually go ahead and Foundation the nodes themselves. We're actually going to be using IPv6 link local mode to go ahead and configure all the IP addresses. Our new Foundation Java applet will now discover configured and unconfigured nodes. So you want to make sure that you choose your unconfigured nodes because you don't want to overwrite any configured nodes that's already part of the cluster. Also in the new Foundation process, Hyper-V configuration is now located within the GUI itself. During the Java applet, we now have on controller virtual machine network validation, which will actually go ahead and validate the network and run some pre-checks before actually installing. We're also running a Nutanix discovery protocol as our new discovery protocol to actually discover new Nutanix nodes. We also have a hypervisor whitelist that keeps Foundation current without any upgrades. So that way we can actually apply new versions of the ISOs from either VMware or Hyper-V to the environment without upgrading your entire Foundation process itself. So Foundation as a service, again, with two distinct versions, the controller virtual machines and standalone version. On the controller virtual machines, we have the cluster creation UI. This was a web-based UI to actually go ahead and input all the IP addresses and information you need to actually go ahead and start the cluster. Our Prism interface is also part of the Foundation now. So within Prism, during the add node process, we actually will go ahead and Foundation the nodes themselves. Now on the standalone virtual machine, we've got a bare metal UI, which we can actually go ahead and re-image systems without working controller virtual machine or working hypervisor. And we have the ability to integrate that with APIs. So if you have any type of lab automation, or we can actually go ahead and image that as part of an automatic process using the standalone virtual machine. And that's a quick overview of Foundation. Well, next we'll move off into the customer preparation phase.